Hello there. Welcome back to the vlog. We are going to do something a little different today. I'm going to try to vlog, run, and hold the gimbal at the same time. So, yeah, we're going to try this out. Might not work well, but the idea is that I'm supposed to have a recovery run, so if I can't have a casual conversation while I'm running, then I'm running too fast. So, yeah, you can probably guess by the title. I don't really care if this video gets demonetized because, well, I'm not really making money on YouTube anyways. Would be nice, but I don't have enough subs yet. So, how are we gonna start this? So, if you were to ask me a month ago what my big goals were, I would have told you it would have been to be a kid from Chicago, clock a sub-3 marathon in Tokyo, and qualify for Boston. That, of course, changed early last month because of the coronavirus or COVID-19. We're living in a very interesting time, I'd like to say. There's chaos, there's a little bit of crisis with companies, with people. There's a lot of chaos going on. Oh, we're going too fast. Looking for a place with a little bit of peace and quiet, and I didn't really want to run and talk at the same time. Not used to that level of narcissism yet. Anyways, so I found a little bit of peace and quiet here, just somewhere on the Lakeshore Trail, and just really I want to kind of talk about life as how it's going right now, because I'm sure a lot of you, as of Friday 7 p.m. Friday the 13th of March 2020, COVID-19 is kind of a big deal. Actually, it's a really big deal. It's the hysteria is enough to cancel flights, tourism, and in the running world, it's enough to cancel races. And that's kind of what we were talking about too, is that yesterday night I found out that Shamrock Shuffle was canceled, so my goals of running a sub-30 8K are kind of scrapped for now. Unless we could find a race later on that would allow me to do so. But yeah, from the standpoint of an employee working in the airline industry, the skies are quiet. There's planes now, I see that for sure, but there used to be so many more. The night sky would be basically lit with just planes just landing day in, day out, all day long. But yeah, basically COVID-19 has scared tourism to the point where nobody's flying, and so yeah, we're in this weird stage where everyone's on lockdown basically. The phrase I'm living by right now, as my job security is basically non-existent, is that I cannot change the world, but the very least I can do is clean my room. And that's just a paraphrase of a quote from a very famous individual I'm sure most of you know of. So all I can really do at a human level, I would say, is I can take care of myself, and the only way I can really control that is through running. What I can do better on, what I can improve at, at a very human level is help others. So that's something I've never felt like I've been very good at. That's something I wish I could improve on a little bit more. I just know that in these trying times, I think as humans, we're all going to need each other. Most of the time I run alone, I do things by myself. That's just kind of how I roll, but I feel like there's people who probably need some help, whether it just be good words, just, you know, some optimism in life, because we're living in a hard time right now. It's a state of pandemonium, and all people want to hear is just any shred of good news, and I think the only thing we can say is good news is that, you know, we're still here. All I know for a fact is that we just got to get past the hysteria. We got to get through the worst of COVID-19, and I think we'll be okay. It might take a little while, but I think it's important that we all kind of stick together through this. And just remember, you take care of yourself, and the world will take care of itself. So that's kind of where I'm sitting with this. These are runner's high thoughts, so none of this probably makes sense, and it's not going to make sense when I play it back, so this might just become dead footage. But yeah, I got to get back before it gets too cold. Almost 4 miles in 28:38, so I'm going a lot faster than recovery pace, but it is what it is, right? So yeah, let's get out of here. That's what I wanted to bring up. So with the Shamrock Shuffle getting canceled, me and my buddies, we are still gonna have an unsanctioned Shamrock Shuffle that we are planning to run, that we're gonna organize. So if you're in Chicago and you do want to come out on, I believe it's Sunday, March 22nd at 8 p.m. Buckingham Fountain, we're gonna come out and we're just gonna have a group 5-mile run. So yeah, feel free to come out. That's kind of one of our examples of taking care of one another, is that even though events get canceled, we're all still gonna stick together and just try to get by. You know, if you had running goals this year, you know, we kind of have to adjust things. You know, if the Shamrock Shuffle's canceled, all these marathons are canceled, Ironmans are getting postponed. It is what it is. So all we can do is really just take care of ourselves, stick together, and yeah, just see what happens in the next few couple of months. So yeah, that's all I've got for now. Let's get out of here. I'm trying the best I can. Oh, I really want to feel happy sometimes. Really want to know where the lights are, but it only feels so wrong. Seeing me alive. So that run is done. It was about approximately 7 miles in 49 minutes. It was supposed to be a recovery run, but it looks like I went a little bit faster than I wanted to. I think it was just getting cold, and instead of taking it easy, I just wanted to get back to base camp and you know, take a hot shower, stretch, just relax. So let me recap what my runner's high brain wanted to say. 2020 was definitely, for a lot of us, going to be a big year, or at least we were hoping it was going to be, where, you know, I'm just some kid from Chicago who wanted to go to Tokyo, run a sub 3-hour marathon, and qualify for Boston. And then at this point in time, I'd be still training for the Shamrock Shuffle and some other races, and maybe I'd be working at bigger, better goals, maybe even preparing for Boston 2021. But as it goes, life can flip on a dime. So it did for us, and with COVID-19, of course, everything's different. You know, events are canceled, a lot of people are working from home, the whole country is in a strange panic because of, you know, panic-induced hysteria by the media. So basically, we're just, everything's chaos, and running events are getting canceled, everyone's changing their plans. But at the end of the day, all I was trying to get across is that all we have is ourselves. If we take care of ourselves, the people close to us, our family, our friends, if you weren't very close with people, and this might be a good time to start, you know, just checking on your neighbors and things like that. Just, this is a good time to at least boil it down to the lowest possible, like, human level, just to be decent to others. Because I think this time more than any in the last 5 years that I know of. It's a good time for all of us to come together and just, you know, just have each other's backs. There's nothing we can immediately do to, you know, get through this storm. This is something bigger than all of us, but the least we can do is just stick together and, you know, and just be optimistic, and, you know, if anyone's ever in distress, just help them out. And that's kind of really what I'm getting at, you know. This is a strange time we live in. That's for certain. The strangest time, at least in my case, too. Especially where running is the only thing that's keeping my whole foundation and my whole structure from collapsing on me. Just kind of keeping it stable, you know. Where, like, work in the airline industry is uncertain, but it's been reassured to me multiple times, despite, you know, conflicting information, that as long as we're getting planes off the ground, we're going to be okay. And yeah, I think we're all going to make it. It's just how we're going to make it and how long it's going to take is really the big question. So that's kind of what I wanted to get at. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing out, how you guys are dealing with running, if gyms are open, because I know those are starting to close. I know my base camp's going to close real soon. Yeah, let me know how you guys are doing through COVID-19. I'm curious, because my game plan, personally, is to continue my running training as normal, and as soon as April starts, I'm beginning marathon training, because I have high hopes that the Chicago Marathon will not get postponed. And at this rate, we're back to my original Plan C goal, which is train to run the sub 3-hour marathon in Chicago for 2020. And if this pandemic does subside by the end of the summertime, I will be expecting to run a sub 3-hour marathon by Chicago, and I have full faith that I can do it. It's just a matter of keeping consistent, eat right, train right, rest. I think that's another big important thing, especially now, is with a lot of these races getting canceled. As an athlete, I believe the best things we can do is rest, hold out from COVID-19, you know, so if you get it, just rest, just stay strong, don't overtrain. This is a good time to, you know, pause and reflect on the training you've done so far, on your fitness, assess your goals better, and then, of course, continue training as well, even though you're resting, but just establish yourself a more sound baseline, I would say. That's kind of my opinion on it. I don't know if people have signed up for like races with like less than 100 people and are actively training, racing for stuff. If you are, you guys gotta let me know where those are, because I'm definitely gonna sign up for those small races. But yeah, that's kind of where life is right now as of Friday the 13th, March 2020. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I'm going to start posting a little more stuff here, because base camp is located by my college campus, and they're going to have all online classes during their spring quarter. So that's going to be a lot of fun to run through a basically very desolate campus. So yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about, and just kind of, you know, film. So yeah, thanks for watching the vlog, and yeah, I'll see you guys really soon.